Did Elon Musk abandon Bitcoin for other cryptocurrencies like Cardano or Polkadot? That's what we're going to get into in this video. So if you guys are new, welcome back to Crypto Kings, of course, and I would love to talk to you guys today a little bit about one of these recent huge decisions made by Elon Musk to no longer accept Bitcoin for Tesla. And this is something he talked about, of course, on Twitter. We've all seen the tweet where he basically said that Tesla is looking to do something else. Tesla is looking to find some other way to accept cryptocurrency. Of course, he did actually tease the idea of Tesla accepting Doge, and he's basically trying to find something that uses less than 1% of Bitcoin's current energy. Now, the basic way this works, for you guys who don't know the way that kilowatt hour works, and this is something I had to do some research on as well over the past couple of weeks, because it's complicated. It's complicated stuff, and especially if you're not a programmer or someone who's really knowledgeable about computers, it definitely does seem a little overwhelming. But the basic idea from my research and what I'd like to talk to you guys about is the battle between proof of work versus proof of stake. And these are two different methods of achieving of acquiring cryptocurrency and using that cryptocurrency on the blockchain network. So proof of work basically is where miners are all mining cryptocurrency from their computer. If you have nice hash or something, that is proof of work. Any type of miner using your graphics card, that's called proof of work, which basically means that you're in a sense collaborating with other people to solve computational issues. And every time you solve those computational issues, you get a tiny bit of cryptocurrency as a reward. This is also used in a sense to foot the bill for transactions. That's why when Ethereum was skyrocketing, Ethereum is also a proof of work system. When Ethereum was skyrocketing, people were making a lot of money mining because it was the way that they could, in a sense, harvest these transactions. They were essentially doing the work for the transaction to get sent. So the more of a gas fee you pay, if you pay more in gas to get it sent fast, if you want to send your Ethereum quickly as opposed to a slow or normal option, essentially that uses up more gas. That basically gives miners more money for using their GPUs to do the work. So in simple terms, proof of work is less efficient. It's more difficult. It requires more energy. And that is something that Elon Musk is currently against. Now, proof of stake is something that Ethereum 2.0 is working to achieve. And that basically is a little bit different. So what it does is the modification of proof of work, of course. And it basically tries to solve the dependency on energy, of course. So instead of relying on computers racing to generate the appropriate hash, the idea behind a proof of stake protocol is that participation is determined by ownership in the coin supply. So in simple terms, what this does is you take your Ethereum and you stake it somewhere. There are a lot of places you could stake it. If you look at Ethereum staking, you could become a validator. And essentially by becoming a validator, this is how you're making the transactions go through. Now, there's a very high ceiling. You need 32 Ethereum to activate the software. So that's an awful lot. That's quite the barrier of entry. And as a validator, you store data, process transactions, and add new blocks to the blockchain. And every time this is done, you are essentially making the transactions easier. Now, how does this change things? Well, it's riskier. It's a lot riskier than proof of work because, again, you're staking it. You're not actually having it. You don't actually have access to it. There are ways in which you can lose Ethereum. Now, I don't think that's all that likely. There are other cryptos which you can stake. I currently stake Veracity or VRA on verawallet.tv on their website. But there are a lot of people who do staking and stuff, and it's basically like free interest. Some of them offer, I think, 6%, and there are a lot of interest. There's a lot of interest that is given. You could stake in a pool, like they mentioned. I don't know if they say the percentage on here, but I think it's around 6%. Interest on that, which is fantastic. And that's a great way to sort of have like a little savings account going while Ethereum works to basically improve their technology. So where does Cardano come in and Polkadot? What do they do? Well, essentially, there are two different cryptocurrencies that are very, very efficient based off of smart contracts, of course, which from my understanding are basically the most efficient forms of cryptocurrency. Again, I'm not a blockchain developer myself, and this is a lot of stuff to kind of wrap your head around, and I've tried to make this as simple as possible to understand, but Polkadot currently, if you look at its 1 month graph here, kind of at a deadlock, but I don't believe that this will be happening all that much in the future. I mean, the year graph is pretty good, I would say, but it's been kind of in a deadlock for a little while here. If you look at Polkadot, and then obviously Cardano has been having a little bit of a nice run today. I'm gonna go find the price here of Cardano for you. Here's the ADA price on CoinDesk. Yeah, it's been having a nice run today so far because people love the technology behind Cardano. People love the fact that it is so efficient. If you look at something like XRP, XRP is another example, although XRP has its own issues. But if you look at the kilowatt hour, this is basically how much energy is being used by Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's not even comparable. XRP is not even comparable. Bitcoin's at 57 billion, Ethereum at 2.5 billion. XRP, because all of the XRP is already pre-mined, all of the supply is already available, it requires so much less energy since you're not actually mining it. You're not solving those computational problems that are required for a proof-of-work system. So that is the way that XRP works. And Cardano, again, same type of thing. Cardano is incredibly efficient, and I believe it mentions it. I'm not sure if it mentioned it here in this article, but if you look at how much energy in regards to the kilowatt hour that it requires, it is significantly more efficient. I'm going to show you guys the kilowatt hour here for Cardano because it's much different than Bitcoin, of course, and Ethereum. Bitcoin being the slowest and the least efficient. So someone here is talking about Cardano, yeah, 37,000 times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. This, I'm sure, is probably a pretty good video on that. There are some graphs that I've seen, sustainable cryptocurrencies. There's some other ones, including Chia, which might be listed here on this list here. But yeah, cryptocurrency network only consumes 6 gigawatts of hour compared to Bitcoin. And again, Bitcoin is also Cardano is also much faster than Bitcoin, and all around, man, it's just a better currency. Now, the only issue that comes with Cardano, and I'm sure that you guys probably would agree, is that the supply is just so big. And this is the issue. Even if you have a currency that is superior to Bitcoin, which there are currencies out there that are superior to Bitcoin. In fact, a lot of the top 20 are better than Bitcoin in ways. They're more efficient, they're more secure. But what Cardano doesn't have on its side is a limited supply. 32 billion is much different than the 33 million or whatever the supply is for Bitcoin. I actually don't have Bitcoin supply off of head here, but the total amount of supply here of Bitcoin is 21 million. That's very different than Cardano here, which has 32 billion. So that again is the big issue, but really what it aims to do is be as efficient as possible, and that is why I suspect that Elon Musk will work towards Cardano or Polkadot, and both of these basically do kind of the same thing. There's some technical logistics behind Polkadot and Cardano that separate the two. It's really about the way the transactions are validated, and there's a lot of technical aspects to it. So Polkadot here uses a hybrid consensus mechanism, which allows them to process around 1,000 transactions per second. But it has a theoretical upper limit of 1 million transactions per second. And then Cardano apparently is more original because it has 2 different layers, a unique layer, consumption layer. But the point is they both use proof of stake, which is definitely more efficient than proof of work. So that is the main goal. Again, I definitely do encourage you to do some more research. I know I will be doing more research, but the general idea here, in simple, is that Cardano and Polkadot and XRP and all these other cryptocurrencies are far more efficient than Bitcoin, and that is really what matters. Elon Musk does not want something that is quite as energy intensive as Bitcoin is. I personally don't agree with his decision. I don't think that was necessary, and I definitely think that there are a lot of other things that like including the regular banking system in our world that uses a lot more energy than sending a Bitcoin transaction or mining Bitcoin. But regardless, you know what? It's his decision to make. So, he's looking for something that uses less than 1% of Bitcoin. And when you look at stuff on the list here, you've got Cardano and XRP, some of the main ones, and Chia, which uses your SSD to mine as opposed to your GPU, which is a lot more power efficient. Again, you look here in regards to the amount of megawatts being used, and boom, Chia is so much more efficient as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Hopefully everything made sense. I really did try hard to make everything as simple as I could, at least from my understanding of everything. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.